I feel really lucky that we have this journal with us, and that every year, every volume keeps getting better and better.
The experiences that we've had as a part of Masuruda's collective and being invited to have our artwork and our ideas published in the MALCS Journal have offered our collective an opportunity to work together and bind our thoughts and our concerns and strengthen our reasons for working together as a collective of 4 women. Often we also have differences in experiences and opinions, but yet working together.
Because it is the premier Chicana, Latina, feminist, political journal in the U.S., and also because the way that it's defining itself in terms of the kinds of contributions it's making in terms of literature, in terms of political analysis, and the quality and the diversity of the writing that is published in MALCS makes it absolutely superior.
For me, it always is the site of first submission, not just for my work, but for my mentees and also my colleagues. I know that I've sent quite a few colleagues who have gotten published by CLS, and every one of them has returned and told me it was exactly what you described. It was great to work with them, and I think that the journal has already created, again, that praxis and that practice of being able to be the first place where we go to as Chicanas and Latinas. The fact that it is the only, shamefully and gratefully, the only journal that can host our work.
They were anonymous editors that reviewed my work, really gave me some important insight into what I was trying to grapple with in my own readings of a specific text. And it made me think even further about my own theories and my ideas. This is something that I don't think necessarily I would have received from a conventional English journal, for example. And so it does make a difference, I believe, when you have this type of journal.
It's important to record our history and our experiences, and basically that has meaning to our own personal experiences.
A feminist approach is a really wonderful way for especially new writers coming up to publish their articles or poetry or reviews, that we are mentored into doing this kind of work. And I really felt that someone was holding my hand but wasn't pushing me or pulling me, but just walking along with me in terms of the writing of the article and the editing.
That we honor the labor of others, and we also honor our comadres, and we honor the women who have come before, that have forged the field for us. And so this idea of sharing power equally, and especially working in a group, right, that in terms of the support and the encouragement that each individual is given by the MALCS editors, as well as this collective process of working so that each woman sees the strength of her essay, and yet she can see modeled through others' struggles and through others' triumphs in their essays how she might, as a writer, begin to refine the present work.
A welcoming and less frightening, less scary way of going about it, because writing is a very scary process.
What's so fabulous about the MALCS Summer Institute is that you get people who care about you, people who are invested in you, and it's not something that just happens once. You create relationships that continue. During the Summer Institute, as well as the 8 other women, I still feel a great sense of connection and respect. I was very proud of the work. I think it's still one of my finest work, and I think that has everything to do with MALCS and this idea of feminist collective process of editing.
This is one journal in which, if you were doing the type of work I'm doing, which crosses, it's interdisciplinary, but it also crosses specific persons and subject matter. For example, I do Indigenous and Chicano studies, and there are not many journals out there that would take into consideration that type of work. And so, again, I would definitely recommend that.
Hijo, these artists are, they're like the cherry on top for the publication, because every time I'm reading the articles, it's so exciting, and then you see the art, especially the covers are always fantastic. So please, artists, do submit your work. Even if you're not so sure about it, we'll work with you. I know that we'll work with you.
When we were invited to become a part of the MALCS journal, we were very excited. For me, it gave me the feeling of it was a feeling of acceptance, and to know that my work is valid and it's important to others, and so working with Dr. Mendez Negrete was extremely inspiring